Oh, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday to everyone. Happy Monday. Listen, today is a wonderful day. Every day is always a good day to show up and do what you know you were called to do, right? So, let me ask you this question to all my entrepreneurs. Hello, hello. Do you despise small beginnings? As an entrepreneur, do you despise small beginnings? I want to ask you that question. So, for my first timers, hello, I am Rachel Harper of RachelHarperFit.com, where I help small business CEOs make more money while reducing their stress by developing a streamlined pathway to your profits, your purpose, and your vision. Okay. Your profits, your purpose, and your vision. Let's decrease stress by creating a streamlined avenue, a streamlined pathway to get you there. Now, go ahead and share this video with your entrepreneur friends. And make sure you let me know where you are watching from. And if you are watching a replay, go ahead and hashtag replay this video. So I have Instagram here, I have Facebook and YouTube here. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's what's going on. All right. So do you despise small beginnings? So the topic for today is do not despise small beginnings. And I think the first thing we have to do is you would have to do is to define what a small beginning is for you. Is a small beginning a certain amount of followers? Is it a certain amount of money? You know, what if you have a small beginning, how many followers does that look like on your social media page? What does your bank account look like if you consider it a small beginning? Okay. What does your impact look like if you want to consider it a small beginning? What does your income look like if you want to call it a small beginning? Your influence, what does your influence look like if you want to call it a small beginning? All of those things are important to you, should be important as an entrepreneur. Being able to define what is a small beginning. Because what does it say? It says, do not despise small beginnings. Now, here are three things that I want you to take away. If you are an entrepreneur and you feel like where you are does not look like where you're trying to get to, it does not look like your purpose, it does not look like your vision. If that sounds like you, number one, if you are not appreciating where you are now, it can take a toll on you mentally. It can take a toll on you mentally when you do not appreciate where you are now on your entrepreneurial journey. Okay. That is a big thing that I think if many entrepreneurs starting out, we see someone else on a similar path to where you may see someone on a similar path to where you are trying to get to. And what do? You start comparing yourself. You start comparing your business. You start trying to compare. And sometimes it's not even doing it on purpose. It might just happen by, happenstance. Okay. But you got to make sure that when you are where you are supposed to be, when you are walking in your purpose, when you are walking in your passions, when you are walking on a streamlined pathway to your profits, you're not comparing where you are to someone else. Do not compare where you are right now to where someone else is, because someone else may be in the middle of their vision and you're just in the beginning. All right. Number two, you can lose your own vision when you despise small beginnings. When you despise small beginnings, you can lose your own vision, because that goes right back to, once again, you're comparing your business to the business of someone else. So now what do you start to do? You start to become a copycat. Oh, they're doing this and they're doing that. I should probably do that too. Right? Now, that is one of the strategies that I do say. Like when you're walking into Walmart or Target or to some of these big corporations, sometimes look at what they are doing, right? What does their marketing look like? What does their sales look like? What does their relationships look like to you as a customer, right? So you can take certain things from certain places, but when you are looking at everybody and comparing what you're doing to everything that everyone else is doing, that can get you off track from your own purpose, from the vision of your own business. Okay. Number three, when you do that, someone else loses. Why does someone else lose? Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because you are holding a gift, you are holding a purpose, you are holding some passion. You started your business because there was something that you wanted to solve. And when you are comparing someone to your vision to someone else's, which you don't realize you're probably doing, when you start doing that, someone else who is attached to your vision is going to lose. Someone else is attached to your vision and they might end up losing. Why? Because now you're off the path. You're off your pathway to your profits. You're off the pathway of your purpose. You're off the pathway of your influence. You're off the pathway of your vision. All of those things is important. Your vision is not only attached to you, it's attached to other people who are going to come in contact with your business. Okay. Whatever your offer is, whatever the questions are that you answer, whatever it is that you do, someone else is attached to it. You have influence and you have impact, and that's going to create your income. But guess what? When you're comparing what you're doing to everyone else, now you're off that path to your profits. You're off the pathway to your purpose. You're off the pathway of your vision. So someone else loses. And that is the thing that you do not want to be on. Don't be on a path of having someone else lose because now you're off track from what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, that's a big no-no, all right, as an entrepreneur. Now, what should you do instead? Work your vision. Work your vision. What does working your vision look like? That one right there. No. Yes. Come here. Now, when you are working your vision, what does that look like? It looks like showing up no matter what. It looks like showing up no matter if you have a small following. It looks like showing up in the midst of what you think things should look like. You need to still be able to show up and market your business, still show up and create a sale, still show up and help other people, show up and go live, show up and offer some content. You can show up and you can, maybe help people do some beta tests, whatever the case may be. You have to be able to show up and work your vision, because your vision is not only for you, it is also for other people. And again, like I said, the pathway that you are on to your profits, to your income, your impact, and your influence is not only for you, it is also for someone else. Okay, so work your vision, show up, despite of how it looks right now, despite of how small it might look, in spite of what it looks like. Okay, you have to continue to show up. Okay, number two, work your impact. So number one, work your vision. Whatever it is that you see, this is one of the reasons why I enjoy why I enjoy waking up every morning early, before the kids wake up, before the household gets moving, because I need to see what the vision is that God has for me. What is the vision that God has for my business? I don't want to be walking in my own vision. I don't want to be walking in my own purpose. I don't want to be doing my own thing. Like, I need to be connected to a greater source. All right. I don't want to be doing all the things because of what I believe, because of what I think should be happening. And the same thing for you. Maybe you need to start waking up early in the morning so that you can get real clarity before the household gets moving, before you jump on social media, before you start reading your emails, before people start calling you. Wake up early and really get connected to a source. All right. So that you can work your vision and you can work your impact in spite of how it looks right now. All right. And the last one, number 3. When you do not despise small beginnings, you build your income and your legacy. You build your income, your impact, and your influence. Why? Because now you are setting seeds. You're putting seeds down, right? And like I tell my husband, it doesn't matter what it looks like in the beginning. When you show up and you plant seeds, later on down the line, you will be able to reap that harvest. All right. You want to be able to reap a harvest, but when you're not showing up and setting seeds because you feel like, well, I need to have this many followers, or I need to have this many people on my email list, or I need to be making this amount of money. I need to have this amount of money in my bank account. No, plant the seeds now so that you can reap the harvest later on. Plant the seeds now. Show up and plant the seeds. Show up and create the content. Show up and help teach. Show up and go out there and do the big scary things, like being a guest on a podcast, teaching other people how to do things that you do. Show up and plant the seeds now so that you can reap the harvest later on. Now, here's the solution that I want to leave you with. The solution that I'm leaving you with is this: make yourself smaller and your God bigger. Make yourself smaller and your God bigger. Why am I saying that? I am saying that because Your impact and your influence. Your impact and your influence determines your income, but it also determines your legacy. But in order for you to show up and plant seeds, you can't be worried about how many followers you got, how many people are showing up to my live. I'm putting these things out there and nobody's doing anything. Continue to plant the seeds. Plant the seeds. You're going to reap the harvest, right? Like it says, God does not lie. He's not a man that will lie, okay? You're going to reap the harvest, but you got to show up now. In the beginning, you got to do that. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the longer it's going to take for even you to get to your legacy. And people should be able to enjoy your legacy now, before you're gone, before you leave this earth. There's someone who's relying on you to build your legacy now. And so what I'm telling you is, do not despise where you are. If you're feeling like, again, I got to have more followers, I got to be doing more, I got to show up in more places, that's going to leave you mentally drained. Oh, I see what they're doing over there, I feel like I'm not doing as much as them. Well, your path is different. Maybe you're in the same niche, but your path is a little bit different, okay? Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own path. So I encourage you, make yourself smaller, make your God bigger. Know that he gave you a vision, and the vision is not for you. So make yourself smaller and realize that what you're doing is for something bigger than you. You're building a legacy now. You're building your own legacy, and you're helping someone else build their legacy too. You're helping someone feel better about themselves. You're helping someone show up in different places. You're educating people. Even if you're a hairstylist, you're helping them feel good for when they go to their next place, right? When they go to work, all of those things. So wherever space that you are in right now, know that it's bigger than you. But in order for you to be able to plant those seeds, you cannot despise small beginnings. Even if right now where you are, if you feel like it's not even small, don't despise where you are. Congratulate for the work you've done. Congratulate yourself for the seeds that you have planted. You are reaping the harvest of the seeds that you have planted because of the vision that you've seen. All right. So I'm going to leave you with that. So again, I'm Rachel Harper of rachelharperfit.com. Make sure you go to my page so that you can have access to business empowerment regularly. All right. I want to make sure that I am planting seeds for not only my own legacy, but for your legacy as well. Okay. So if there's anything that I can do to help you increase your profits, decrease your stress, while also helping you develop a streamlined pathway to your profits, your purpose, and your vision, make sure you are here in the community. All right. I would love to have you. All right. So let's make sure you have a great Monday, and I will see you later on this week. Goodbye.